Alrighty, so we got a box from Accurascale. So in this box should be the brand new, recently released 16-ton mineral wagons. And as you can see, I've got three of them, three triple packs, because honestly that's pretty much all I wanted. So we'll take a look at one of these packs, and I will basically give you my overall thoughts and opinions, and yeah, just let's take a look at these wagons. So here are the wagons unboxed. Now, before we get into the actual video, I would like to state that this is not a normal review. This is just my first impressions on these wagons. So with that being said, I'm not going to bore you with the unboxing process. It's the typical Accurascale packaging for wagons. You get your giant exploded diagram booklet here with brief, no, not so brief information, a lot of information on the 16-ton mineral wagons, like a lot. And here you have your exploded diagram. A very poor way of me showing this, but hey, I'm on a time crunch at the moment. And then as for accessories, I would normally show you the detail bag, but I've kind of already gotten into it. If that wasn't obvious already, I've removed the ghastly tension lock couplings and replaced them with the proper instetter couplings, because my brake is slightly, very loosely based on the wing cutter rake at the Great Central. So those wagons all have instetter couplings. So these wagons all have instetter couplings fitted. That being said, you do get a choice, and I really do commend Accurascale for providing this option. You do get a choice between 3-link and instetter couplings. So, like I said, I've used the instetter couplings, and as for the 3-links, I have repurposed them. I've actually put them to use on some of my repeater wagons. So, Accurascale, I would personally like a pack of 10 of those. Just saying. Available separately, like the instators and the screw links. Anyway, you also get what I would assume is that this is the bag. It's not, make of this what you will, because the actual tension locks are in here as well that are normally fitted to the wagon. But you also get like spare ones. Don't know why. But yeah, so let's take a look at the wagon. It is a very well detailed wagon, I must say. As you can see, all the printed detail is very crisply applied, especially that builder's plate down there. It's very legible. And there's even tiny, very tiny, minuscule writing on the sole bar. But yeah, all the molded detail looks really good as well. The interior, it's there, unlike previous iterations of these wagons. You have sprung buffers, which is very important for me, as I constantly state, because I need to make that known. But yeah, here's your coupling hook with your instetter coupling in place. I did film very briefly. I did film how to do it, so if you want to look at that, I'll put that at the end of the video before we get on to the running session. But yeah, look at these end doors here. It's with separately fitted handrails. A very nice wagon, very nice. And then the underframe detail, it's there. It's not too extravagant. It's pretty light. It's not too heavy. Oh, and the wheels all have brass bearings, which is nice. I don't understand why manufacturers are doing this now. Is it because of the kit built Parkside? Is it because of those wagons? Those all have those come with bearings. Is that why? I don't know, because there's the whole theory saying going around being like how does it go, like there's this whole theory going around that the wagon will wear out over time because of the pinpoint axles and stuff. I don't believe that, but to each their own. But yeah, a really nice wagon. I do like it. Which brings me on to the obligatory comparison between the other 16-ton mineral wagon on the market, and this is the Bachmann one. So it's not that bad, really, like comparison wise. I mean, this is older, obviously. This is older, but they're not. It's not too big of a difference, really. It's a very poor comparison. I'll put up some proper pictures later, but yeah, they're not that bad, and you can run these together. Granted, the gray on this is different because this is probably an older model, but that's realistic anyway because the gray would have faded, or yeah, it would have just faded over time. But yeah, I mean, this is a very basic. Why are the axles insulated? Okay. Anyway, this is a very basic wagon. It doesn't cost too much either, but yeah, you can run these together. It's not too jarring. You can put these in a rake together, which brings me on to price. So these things, the Accurascale wagons, are, I believe, 69, maybe 65 pounds. I'll put up an annotation. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. It's not working, but I think I know they're in like the 60s, maybe 70s, probably 80s. I'm probably way off. They're probably 80 something. So again, I'll put an annotation because I'm trying to remember this off the top of my head, and I'm also on a time crunch. Anyways, it's not working, but yeah, annotation, editing, me will put it up. But I think that's how much the Accurascale ones are, and if I'm not mistaken, individually these are like 21, not 21, like 27, 29 quid. Whereas the Bachmann ones, they aren't that expensive. They're, especially like this recent batch, the recent batch is like reasonably priced in my opinion. Because these are like 19, 20, 16. I've seen some at like 16, but the recent ones are like 19 or like in the 20s. And then also Bachmann started punching out triple packs again. I wonder why. So make it that way you will. I don't particularly, I know I've stated this before, but I don't particularly like, I don't like it when Accurascale announce new wagons and do triple packs. It's not me. It's not for me. I don't like it. I've stated it before, but in this case, it makes perfect sense, and it makes building up a rake easier because you get 3 instead of buying one of these, which would probably be more expensive. But like I said, the Bachmann also are punching out triple packs. They have done it in the past with various other wagons and the 16-ton mineral wagons, but they don't seem to do it as much. They just started doing it again. I don't remember how much those are. I think those are around 57 pounds, give or take. Again, annotation, I'll put it up in the top corner or something. Now, as for liveries, you do get quite the selection. You mostly get BR Gray. You do get a pack that has a bauxite wagon, although Accurascale did say that the fitted 16-ton mineral wagons will be in a future run, so fingers crossed that's going to be sometime very soon. You also get an NCB yellow one. I don't think it's an NCB, but it is yellow. You get some yellow 16-ton mineral wagons, and then you get some NCB black ones and some blue ones. And as for the gray ones, you get post tops and original text, which is this one. So you got quite the selection of livery choices there. And yeah, these are expensive. These are expensive wagons, and it grinds my gears when Accurascale announces new wagons. People are like, "Oh, how much for a wagon? It's so expensive." But you get 3 for the price, essentially for, like I said, how much this would be individually. This would cost more if you bought, like, say 3. Yeah, it's not rocket science, but okay. Anyways, I think that's all I want to say because that's my first impressions. I really like these wagons. I highly recommend them. Did we need a new 16-ton mineral wagon? No, but Accurascale have provided, and I am quite a satisfied customer. I do like that shine, although it's not a criticism of, it's not Accurascale's fault, but one little criticism I do have: it's too clean. These things are filthy, and even the preserved wing cutter rate, there's a lot of rust, especially on the inside of these wagons. There's a lot of rust, and some on the outside. But these things, I know damn well these things got very dirty, and I'm used to seeing them extremely in appalling condition. But yeah, that's my only gripe. It's too clean, but I will weather these eventually. So I will put some running clips up after we figure out how to attach our chain link or instator couplings. So bear with me. We will go to that first, and then we will get onto the running session. So if I don't say it in that little clip, thank you guys for watching. I do apologize for this being a very unprofessional video, but unprofessionality is a common trend on this channel. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. One more thing before we go on to the running session, I'd just like to briefly show you how to install the couplings, the actual couplings, not these ugly things. So how I do it is just get under here and pry off the couplings. I was going to say pry open, and hopefully they just come out. No. There we go. Like that. Just pry it off. So you can see it's a little weird coupling. Weird little thing. Next, get your actual coupling of your choice, be it Instator or chain links. I'm using Instators because, as I've stated, I'm basing these off the Great Central wing cutter rake, and those have Instators. So next, just drop it onto the hook. Very fiddly task. Get it as far back as possible right here. And next, what I do is I just pull down very lightly. You should hear a click, a slight click, and there it is. There's your coupling in place. And then repeat for the other side. Oh. Oh shit. Of course it did it now.